Yo, what's going on, subscribers? What's up, subscribers? What's going on? Gonna wait for some people to come up in here real quick.
Movie, but it really happened.
Why didn't anyone tell me that you can earn an MBA by building a revenue generating business? So there's this program called One Day, where you're paired one-on-one with an entrepreneur who's already built a multi-million-dollar business in your industry. They build your business idea with you over 18 months, guiding you through every step so you avoid.
This sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie, but it really happened. The CIA's top secret experiments.
What's going on, y'all? I'm gonna wait for some more people to come in. We're about to have a serious conversation, so we're gonna have. I want to see people typing in the chat. I hope everybody that's joining is like being gang stalked or whatever. I just hope that people is going through the same type of situation. If you're gonna join a live, at least say something. I don't care if you just type anything, scribble, scrabble on the keyboard. I don't even give a fuck. Just say something when you enter. Alright, so I'm gonna get right into what's going on. So this is basically about gang stalking, right? So I haven't been on here really making videos in a long time because number one, I've been trying to figure out what the hell has been going on around me since the pandemic started, right? So I haven't really been on here making videos. I ain't want to seem crazy. I ain't want to seem like, because that's what people was trying to make me out to be. Like I was going crazy and whatnot, right? Until I start seeing people speaking on certain topics. So what made me really know that this is some real shit going on, like I said, I'm from New York, so I see things a little differently. I got a lot of street smarts, so I peep certain tactics way ahead of time. But what made me know that this is some real serious shit, cause I see they got a lot of different things that they try to do. They try to entrap you. If you a person that speaks truth, they don't want people really speaking about certain things that's been going on out in the world, right? So they will try to quiet you to the point where they don't want you being heard. So since for the past 8 years, I've been financially being blocked. I lost everything. I lost everything to the point where family, friends, everybody turned on me. I was literally outside homeless, right? everybody that I thought was there for me turned on me. You know, and it just was like a whole shocker at that time, right? Because at that time you feel like, damn, like nobody really even gave a fuck about you, right? But I'm the type of person that, like I said, I thrive in isolation. You know what I'm saying? I always did shit on my own anyway. So this video right here, so like I said, they financially blocking me. They systematically harass me. It got racism in the mix. I done got physical altercations, or the entrapment where they try to stage different shit for me to get into altercations, to get locked up. You name it, they've done it, you know. But I have been studying this shit for 8 years. Then to come to find out that this has been going on damn near all my life, right? So I came across, and that's why I say it's so funny, right? Because I done had so much CIA talk around me. You know, somebody told me I'm antisocial and all this mess and CIA talk, right? So when this video came out,
sought to gain control of. This sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie, but it really happened. The CIA's top secret experiments that sought to gain control over people's minds. Fox News' Mike Emanuel has the story.
This hearing is about the crimes committed by the Central Intelligence Agency against the American citizens and the decades of secrecy used to conceal them.
Congress shining a spotlight on one of the most notorious chapters in the history of the CIA. MK Ultra ceased research and experiments in the 50s and 60s with mind control.
MK Ultra was one of the most secret government programs in American history.
The ability to seize the control of a person's perceptions, memories, and ultimately their behavior.
Historian Stephen Kinzer says the CIA chemists behind the operation sought out, quote, expendables in foreign countries to use for experiments.
Human beings who would not be missed if they disappeared. What amounted to a license to kill issued by the U.S. government.
Journalist Tom O'Neill even looked into whether MK Ultra could have played a role in the Charles Manson murders.
Howard Manson, a barely literate ex-con, acquired the ability to persuade ordinary young people to murder complete strangers simply because he had told them to.
Kinzer says the U.S. was willing to do anything it could to gain an upper hand during the Cold War. Ultimately, the CIA labeled MK Ultra a failure, but that may not be the end of the story.
It may well have been true in 1963 that mind control is a myth. But whether it's still true is uncertain.
The program officially came to a close in the 1970s, and the files associated with it destroyed. But whether or not it really ended then and there, well, that depends on who you ask.
Hey Siri, which app is the best for clearing iPhone storage space?
alright, so now when I heard this, especially the part where they said that they take people out that won't be missed. When I heard that, now like I said, I'm not saying I'm well known in my city, right? So not saying like, but I'm known, you know. So for a person to go from being known to being isolated to the point where, like, literally I could have committed suicide. That's how bad it was. I lost everything. Everything, to the point where that would make somebody drive somebody to commit suicide, right? So when you just heard him say about the murders that he committed, it made me, I just seen an article with the singer Sammy Moms, right? And I read the article about what happened to her. So if you ever seen that article, she wound up going on a shooting spree and wound up killing some lady, right? She said she was being followed around her city and whatnot. Automatically, I already knew she was being gang stalked, right? because that's what they do. I done got all that. I get people walk around with their hoodie on their head, acting like they got something on them for me to react. You know, I get so much different type of tactics, because that'll make somebody crash out. And especially where I'm from, where a person walking around with a hoodie on and a mask on, and you walking like you got something on you, you're gonna react. You know, so I started to study more on what's going on, right? I done seen different articles of people committing suicide and all types of stuff. They provoke you to the point where, like, I even got neighbors that do that. Like, I be having neighbors just come out of the blue and try to provoke you. They'll use their dogs. They use so much different tactics. It's ridiculous. Like I said, to survive this, you gotta be headstrong. I've survived this for 8 years straight, 24/7, systematic harassing, being financially blocked, you name it. Like, but I'm a hustler. I know how to make shit happen, right? Now, I'm trying to spread awareness, and I'm trying to build up my. I'm trying to spread awareness of what's going on with this gang stalking, you know, and the amount of things, like I said, I'm gonna start posting up videos so you can see what I'm talking about. Just recently, I just found some air tag on my vehicle, right? Just recently, I found an air tag on my vehicle. I was fixing something on my vehicle, and I dropped the shit down on the off the jack, and this thing just drops down from under the car, right? So I'm like, what the hell is this? So I see I never seen it before, but I heard about it, right? What is gang stalking? I mean, you would have to look it up to see, but pretty much I'm still learning. So this air tag right here is what I found through my. Yeah, my bad. I don't know what just happened just now, but yeah, they be doing this to my phone too. So I just found this air tag, right, on my vehicle. I just found this on my vehicle a couple of weeks ago. Now, mind you, now where I'm from, like I said, I don't know nothing too much about these air tags, but I know it's a tracker. And I went to make a police report about it, because at the end of the day, I done already got into so much different scuffles, and I'm trying to figure out how am I getting into all these fights and how these people finding me wherever I go, right? Then I find this air tag. I had bought the car 4 years ago. This was after I bought the car, that's when they blocked me from work. So ever since then, I haven't worked for 4 years, right? So pretty much gang stalking is like something, I guess, from what I'm learning, it's something like community. It's like a community thing. Like, they all stick together. They doing this. It's so much different tactics, and with this video I just put up with the CIA and mind control and all that, they know how to read minds. They know how to. This shit is so sophisticated. You really have to be smart to figure this shit out. You know, and like I said, I don't have no school smarts. You know what I'm saying? I'm a street person, and I've learned from doing certain things, right? And you got to just have common sense. So it's pretty much like, I guess it's basically like to drive somebody crazy. Like, once they gang stalking you, they financially keeping you stuck. Certain people go out and snap. some people go out and argue and fight. Why you following me around? Why you doing this? Why you doing that? I done build up so much different videos and created so much different ways to figure out how this shit work that people could never call me crazy. You can't say somebody is crazy if I could see what's going on, right? How you doing? Aline Amato. I said it right. But yeah, so me, I had to learn from this shit. So I had rented a vehicle and I had drove around my city, right? I had drove around my city to figure out what is this really going on, right? Then all of a sudden I started to realize how connected this shit is, cause my city is big and it's different places in this city, so it's like for this to be going on all over the place, something ain't right. You know, and like I said, when they don't want you speaking about certain stuff, they gonna try to quiet you. You know, they done already tried to get me locked up numerous times. They'll orchestrate something with a fight. They want me to retaliate and have police waiting around. They done had just like, what was it, recently? It was like 2 weeks ago. You know, that's why I say I had a physical altercation with somebody, then they make me run into him at least 4 to 5 times since the altercation for me to retaliate. And then they'll have police like around. That's why I say it's so weird, because they don't want you to defend yourself. If you defend yourself, you're getting arrested. They want to be able to do what they doing to you, and for you to just go batshit crazy. So I don't give them that benefit of the doubt. I just build my evidence, my proof to show what's been going on. I had visited my brother had told me he had cancer, and I had went to go visit him in the hospital, right? And it's just so funny because I go there to visit him, and when I said his name, they told me he got discharged. And I'm like, how did he get discharged from the hospital if he just told me he's here, right? By the time I'm about to leave out the hospital, I get on the elevator. Next thing I know, the elevator, somebody put their hand in the elevator. It's two hospital police and 3 like nurses, doctors, whatever they was. They came into the elevator and like surrounded me in the elevator. I'm standing in the middle, and it's like they wanted to like just group up and grab me on some. Cause I just said that's strange. My brother told me then when I called him, he told me they discharged him. Well, why you didn't call me? He said they put him somewhere else, further from where he was at, and I could come there. I said, now it seemed like some games is being played. You know what I'm saying? Because that just don't even sound right. I picked up, as soon as he told me he was in the hospital, I ain't even, before the phone we could hang up, I done got dressed and jumped in the car and drove to where he was at. So for them to discharge you, and then what made it so crazy is the way they blocked off the highway was weird, because they never blocked off the highway. I had to take the long route to get there, so it was kind of strange about that, right? So I never went to where he was at because I just did that shit didn't sit right with me, because they tried to surround me in that elevator. Because I asked them, I said, what's going on? They like, oh, nothing, we just looking, we just staring at you. Okay, for what though? You know, so it's like so much shit is going on in my city, to the point where I be sitting, I just do shit for dolo, and I can't, you know what I'm saying? It's you can't trust nobody. Do you get swatted? What's that? Persuaded. The girl Candy believes she's being followed everywhere. Candy? I don't know who that is. She's on here. I mean, I got solid proof to prove that. You know, I just didn't never post no videos. I had to build up mad different videos before I start coming on here and sounding like a crazy person. You know what I'm saying? And for the singer, the artist, Sammy, for his moms was being gang stalked. She was so paranoid that she shot at people in the crowd outside in the street. And he said it in the interview with he said it in some interview with some guy, I don't even remember his name. But he was saying, have you ever heard of gang stalking? Look it up. So automatically he already know what his moms was going through, because he said he wasn't believing what his moms was saying. Swayed by the police from the gang stalkers. I mean, like I said, I don't even know what I thought it was some type of investigation going on, but then when you got people trying to, yeah, I gotta look her up and see. I never really paid attention to other people, because like I said, some people when I looked up gang stalk, I'm not even gonna lie, some people do be sounding Looney Tune. You know what I'm saying? But trust me, if you being the shit I'm going through, if you really being gang stalked, they will poison your food. They will try to poison your, if you into drugs and all that, they would do all that just to get rid of you. You know what I'm saying? They not even trying to, like, that's why I said, if you really being gang stalked, you would be eating like a bird. You would be picky with what you buy and get, because they definitely watch everything you do, and they basically watch every aspect of your life. They know what you like and everything, right? Now, what made me know this has been going on since childhood. Now, like I said, I've been isolated for 8 years, to the point where nobody was around. I can't even. Nobody was around. No friends, family, nothing. You know, so imagine going through this for 8 years for Dolo. Now, just recently they so-called make me run into friends that I used to hang out with. Now everybody wants me to come around and hang out now, right? Because now they trying to figure out what's really going on, right? Because I should have been done, at least went upside somebody's head by now, been in the psych ward. That's another thing they tried to do. They tried to get me to go to see another family member. They said got high off of drugs and he started hallucinating. They brought him to the psych ward. I was supposed to go visit him in the psych ward. That was after my brother's situation. I said, well, I'm not doing that again. I'm not going to no hospital, and I'm not doing that. You know, that seemed like they trying to even do that too. So they basically want to get you in there to start putting in paper trails of you being crazy. Because if they start putting in paper trails of you being crazy, you can't. Your case is gonna be discreditable. You know, they're gonna be like, oh yeah, he got a history of being in the psych ward. And this, that, and the third, everything that you say, they're not going to believe anything of it. But if I find a air tag on my vehicle, I got proof of being followed. I done put in police reports, all types of stuff. Even police don't even want to take reports. That's how serious this shit is, right? Like I said, for me to take matters into my own hands, that's what they do to Candy. Yeah, I'm going to have to look her up and see. You know, like I said, I haven't really been coming online to speak about it because, like I said, I don't want to seem crazy. You know, I don't know what she be dealing with. You know, like I said, they set up all different type of stuff. You know, they deprive me of relationships. I just was with a female just recently I was talking to, was staying with her for like a good couple of months. And like I said, once you already establish what's going on, it's easy for you to really figure stuff out. You know, like I said, I know we arguing, she got mad. She told me she sent a female to me, and mind you, it was a female I picked up. I was doing private cab. See, I was trying to do so much stuff to try to make some type of money, cause they block everything. Trust me, they do. I can't even do DoorDash. They blocked my account on DoorDash. They want me to the point. That's why I keep trying to say it gotta be a higher power watching over me for me to survive this long for 8 years. You know what I'm saying? They don't want you. She can't open my eyes because, like I said, I'm a person that the way I master certain things and study certain stuff, there's no way. Like I'm very intelligent, you know what I'm saying, and street smart. So you gotta really have some street knowledge when it comes to this. But I was at a friend house that I knew for 15 plus years, right? And what made me know they've been doing this to me for years is she said something about she knows my type and she knows this, right? So they study everything about you. They know what you like. And then I had to think about it. She knew a girl that I was talking to that I'd never even really talked to on the block where we was living at. I met her somewhere further from where we was staying at. And she knew exactly who I was talking about. So they study you for years. And I had to think about it. I said, Dad, I really don't even know nothing about her like that. You know what I'm saying? I know her, yeah. But I don't know her like she know me. And it's just crazy it's just crazy. They study your every move, man. They blocks her earnings. Like I said, some people, everybody that I see that's being gangsta, what made me know this has got to be because somebody said in the comments the other day this is spiritual, right? And what made me know this got to be some spiritual thing is because it was a guy that used to do my taxes, right? See, and when you say I hope you stay safe, somebody said that to me the other day. I've been doing this for 8 years. I'm safe. I'm always safe. I make sure that, you know, but with the God bless you and all that, see, a lot of people be using God in the mix. I was just about to say something just now about that, right? Because the guy that used to do my taxes, when I first seen him before I started figuring out what this gang stalking is, before this was going on, my life was good, right? But what made me notice some shit about religion and all that is one day I seen him outside and I thought he was going crazy because he was outside on the corner talking about God and this, that, and the third, right? Now I know he's not crazy. He's just going through spiritual warfare, right? So I'm not one of them. I don't judge nobody. I still speak to people, even though the amount of shit people done did to me, I should have been done violated somebody long time ago. I still smile, speak to people, help out. I still do whatever I can, even though these people be throwing shit in my face and doing shit at me. You know what I'm saying? I don't put this. As I see what's going on, I just see a lot of people is under something. You know what I'm saying? And there was a guy that spoke to me one day, and he said the majority of the world sold their soul to the devil. You know what I'm saying? For little fortune, fame, whatever, right? So obviously I already know this is some spiritual warfare, and people, they done picked a side already. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not knocking what nobody do. You know what I'm saying? You bashing, people was bashing and lashing at you because you believe in God. And it be people that be in the church. I done had a deacon. This is why I say that's why I don't even believe in all this church shit no more. You know what I'm saying? Because these people be sitting here praising, talking about they praising. I don't even know what God you praising to now. After being attacked for 8 years from so much people, especially church people, I can't believe nothing in a church anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, if this is what I keep trying to tell somebody, if I'm so much of a bad person, right? 8 years straight, 24/7, I haven't been working. I still can maintain my vehicle. Who you think has been looking out for me all these years, man? With no job, no nothing. Shit just miraculously happened for me out of nowhere sometimes, man. Shit that I can't even explain sometimes. I'll be sitting here like, how the fuck? I could be down to nothing. You know what I'm saying? And something would just happen for me out of nowhere. I don't even chase money like I used to no more. That shit just come to me. I tell you, they isolate me to the point where there's no movement for me. You know what I'm saying? Every job I get is within 3 months, I'm out of there. Once I bought my vehicle, they got me out of that job instantly. And I wasn't even there for 2 months. They don't want you maintaining, they want you really on the street. Somebody walked up to me one time and said they surprised I'm not on any heavy drugs right now. That's what they want. They want you, once they get you to the point on drugs, fucked up on the street, they done already accomplished their goal already. You know what I'm saying? They want you out there on the street, that way they can embarrass you. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I said, for me to have friends that just turn on me like that, especially for the ones that I always look out for, like I said, God has been blessing me for the times that I help people even when I didn't have it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't even judge nobody. I just let everybody be the way they are. She's homeless too for 7 years. I mean, like I said, it's so much people that say they going through this, but nobody is even trying to come together. You see what I'm saying? Nobody ever tries to come together and find a solution. It seems like when I see people on this lot, everybody seems to be out for self. Everybody wants donations and this, that, and third. I never even came on here looking for anything from anybody. You know what I'm saying? I just want to be able to come together with people that's supposedly going through the same things. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm a creator. I know how to make things happen. You know what I'm saying? Even without a team. I've been doing this for Dolo for 8 years and still pulling through. You know what I'm saying? I know how to make moves. But for me, I want to come together with people that is going through the same shit. You know what I'm saying? I want to be able to come together with same people. Like, see, like homeboy right here. See, they can't even see me in the car, but they be doing this all the time. The guy that just walked by, you know what I'm saying? They do this all day. Like I said, I know how to create different ways to prove that I'm far from crazy. You know what I'm saying? And the majority of the people that do this to me out here is from another country. They not from here. You know what I'm saying? So and then it just made me start to think that even my family was being targeted. Cause I remember my grandma was going through the same type of shit. My uncle went through the same shit. He wound up killing his whole family when I was like 12 years old or something like that. You know what I'm saying? You just heard her say that this was a CIA tactic they've been using since the 80s, 60s, 70s. This shit been going on for years, and it's still going on. You know what I'm saying? It's my uncle. They did this to my uncle. My uncle got poisoned and killed. You know what I'm saying? This seemed like a bloodline thing. See what I'm saying? It seemed like this is going down from bloodlines, like they follow families from. This is what it seemed like goes on. You know what I'm saying? And then when I start to look at different shit that be happening to certain people, You know, like it be all different type of things. Like I said, where I was staying at, I mean, I done heard the sacrificing. I done heard the sacrificing talk numerous times. Somebody told me to stay away from my family because they trying to do that to me. This is why I keep saying, you have people, you ever seen, it's people that, like I said, it seems like it's people for one side and it's people for another side. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's basically like, it's like I got hidden helpers that's there for me, but I just don't know who they are. I mean, I got a twin brother. He's not a twin, but we look alike. You know, I'm going through it with him right now. Like, me and him. Yeah, so I mean, she could be telling the truth, you know, because he told me it's between me and him. He said God and the devil is alive. So he's worshiping the devil, and I'm God. You see what I'm saying? I'm on God's side. So pretty much she could be telling the truth. You know what I'm saying? Because me and him got into it. Me and him got into an altercation. You know, that's why I keep saying there's so much things that's going on. She could be actually telling the truth, you know? But that's pretty much what it's about. It's about a side. People done pick the side. You got people that's on the side that's worshiping the devil, which the majority of people is, you know, and then you got the other side that's probably small, like I see right now, that because everybody's scared to come together, you know, because they seem like they got more power right now because they got a lot of connections, and I'm telling you, they got so much. When I tell you they blocked me from public assistance, unemployment, you name it. I couldn't even get stimulus checks when they was giving them shits out. Like, this is how bad they want me to be on the street, and I've never been that type of person. But this is something that's childhood. This is something like going on for years, man. So Debbie, you saying, so do you go through the same thing? Like I said, I haven't really been coming on here to speak about certain stuff, but now I need to, cause I need to get my story out there. You know, it's just funny because it's like my brother did something to me, then for some strange reason, I haven't seen my brother. He was incarcerated for 15 years. When he came home, he started with this attacking me and shit, like out of nowhere. He started attacking me out of nowhere, and then it just so happened. That's why I say it's so strange, because I haven't seen my brother. My brother has been always away, so I haven't really been around him for years, from the time we was small. You know what I'm saying? So him doing what he did, and then after that situation happened, he wound up doing something and wound up getting locked up to do more time. So I'm never going to see him again now. So on some strange shit, right? This is why I say it's some weird shit going on, right? Because like I said, it's a lot of, you met her and kind of believe her. Well, where's she from? You know where she from? I mean, like I said, I get conversations. People tell me it's a new world order going on. Somebody told me to move. I done had drones following me. I don't know if she get that. I done had drones following me, New Orleans. I mean, like I said, it's all over. I done left from where I'm at and went down to South Carolina, and they was doing it to me in South Carolina. Within a week, everything was good for the first week. Next thing I know, the hotel staff is acting funny, trying to steal my deposit, my down deposit, talking about I can't get my money back. Everything started to act strange after a week. First week, good. Everybody's conversating normal. Then all of a sudden, I'm getting mean mugs. People trying to. It's just so much stuff that was happening. That's when I knew this was like this shit was everywhere. You know what I'm saying? For me to go from where I was at all the way somewhere else, they even followed me. They followed my ass on the Greyhound. They followed me. They followed me on the Greyhound because people was asking me. They was asking me, where am I going? Where am I going? I'm like, what are you worrying about where I'm going? If you on the Greyhound, you on the Greyhound, you supposed to be going to your destination. Don't worry about where I'm going. See me, I'm too different to the point where people won't really just like they not gonna just come and try to. You can't just strong arm me. It's not gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? So certain things people gonna do, they're gonna try to do things strategically. Cause if you financially keeping somebody stuck to where they can't financially do for themselves, they want other people. They want you to depend on other people for food, anything. That's the easiest way to poison somebody and take them out. She went on a train trip where in every city she stopped at. I mean, yeah, trust me, I know that. So she got to be going through the same thing. You know, if she's saying that, she's definitely going through it, man. She's definitely going through it. You know, I would have to look her up to see exactly, but yeah, she's definitely. If she's saying she's going through it, especially with her brother, her sister, and all that. And then there's another thing about the cloning situation, right? So it's funny. See, that's why I keep saying people know what they be doing, right? So the girl I said I knew for mad long, I'm by her house, and she put on this listening to me is freaking you out. Listen, I'm not trying to freak nobody out. I'm trying to have people aware. You know, like I said, I don't know her situation. I know this is pretty much like trafficking and shit like that. Cause they done staged mad accidents around me. Like they've been trying to get me into car accidents. I'm gonna start posting up some videos. You gonna see. They will have a car come flying through the light to try to hit me, and then out of nowhere, here comes some tinted out van. Like if you ever seen Cloning Tyrone when they shot him up, and then they put him, the van came and scooped him up before the ambulance came. That's what they trying to do to me. But then I said the same thing happened to my mom's. My mom's got into some crazy car accident, her and my brother, where the car got totaled. But she claimed she said she didn't go to the hospital. Then all of a sudden she said she went to the hospital. They be acting strange. You know what I'm saying? And all this cloning talk, you know what I mean? I don't even know who they are anymore. Because they be acting funny. They act so weird to the point where I really don't know who my mom's and my brother is anymore. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's just so much shit that just be like. And then what that shit, I remember looking at something with some UFC, I think he a UFC fighter. Yeah, UFC fighter. He was saying that his mom's was cloned and the government would cloned his mom's, and they trying to take his. He said they basically doing things to take over his house and what he earned, pretty much. I know I'm listening to you, sir, with interest. When I tell you, it's just been the amount of things, the shit just go on to the point where they even have even when I'm in a hotel, they done have somebody they know when you leave out. You know what I'm saying? So I had set up a camera in there, and I seen them, the maintenance dude come in when I'm not there. He done came in like numerous times to the point where I had made a complaint. I made a complaint about them trying to keep my deposit, and the complaint about the guy coming in and out when I'm not there. And they wound up giving me 2 weeks free with my deposit back, right? That made that dude so mad because, like I said, I'm not gonna argue with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna argue with you. I'm gonna go over you to corporate. Now, like I said, once I realized it's nothing you could do about it, once I went to another destination, I was like, it's nothing you can really do about it. It's everywhere. Somebody told me to move because they have a new world order going on. I'm like, if it's a new world order, there's no way you could go. You know what I'm saying? There's no way you could go. So it's another video I seen. They said they can take your DNA. They said they could. All right. You be posting videos, Debbie? But it's this video I was watching. He said something about cloning, right? He said if I could clone you, which they probably can already, right? He said I could take your DNA. He said now if I wanted to have you harassed, he said I could put your DNA in a database where I could have you systematically harassed everywhere you go, anywhere you go, right? And I said, that sounds just like, cause number one, COVID was about what? Getting DNA, right? Cause after a while, they wanted you to start getting your, what? You had to start getting swab tested, right? So that's basically taking your DNA. No, I asked if you be putting out videos as well, because you said you're going through the same thing, right? But they basically can have you see, like I said, they be moving real weird. I'm not even gonna lie to you. And I done tested this out everywhere. I done went to stores and they done did it too. I'm like, damn, when I tell you this shit, you really have to have some real strength to deal with this shit. You know, and like I said, they can read your mind so well. They know, like, I just went to the store to go buy something. And in the store I was going to, I went in there, they had it, but I ain't have my, oh no, my friend Candy is going through this. I'm gonna see. Matter of fact, I'm gonna look her up right now on the other phone. Let me see who. Candy Grand Prix. This is,
Are you okay, Wendy? You okay? Are you okay, Wendy? You okay?
this is her right here. This is her.
up kind of burglary that people were hanging out with, so we don't like it. So we kind of keep it arrogant. And I said it too, there's more attention here.
Wait, what?
So people they hang around here for like doing drug stuff. I said that you do, but we don't like anybody staring for that reason.
Yeah, man, so I was trying to
On the sidewalk, so right here.
I was trying to use the Wi-Fi. I'm trying to actually help the hotel.
Can't get back. Can't go on. Can't get here.
See,
Can't get Wi-Fi here.
they sent him over here.
I can't.
I mean, yeah, they do stuff like that. They definitely do stuff like that. Like just recently my car had broke down, and I had to and that's another thing they do, right? They don't when they know when something is happening to you, right? They made a school bus run into the back of my vehicle. Like they would do so much stuff to, I'm telling you, they don't want me mobile. They would do whatever they can to try to get me out of my vehicle, man. Like, they do not want me mobile. They do not want you to have any type of means of nothing. So I believe what she's saying. So I had broke down one time, and I had to push my vehicle out the middle of the street. I got an SUV, so mind you, I'm one person. I'm pushing my vehicle to push into a parking lot of a housing complex, so it could be off the street. Nobody around to help me. By the time I get to damn near in the driveway, all of a sudden somebody pulls over and asks me if I need help. I said, well, I'm already in here now. You know, I don't need no help. So I said, but you can still help if you want. So he wound up helping me, and I wound up leaving my car there overnight until I ordered the part to fix it. By the time I come the next day, I done already got a boot on my vehicle, talking about they trying to tow my vehicle. I take the boot off, and I sat in the car because I was waiting for the part to come. They was coming so fast to try to take my vehicle. I done took the boot off, took the plate off. The dude came for the vehicle, and he was like, well, if I see it in here later on tonight, I'm towing it. I said, you won't see it in here. This is how desperate they are. I got a video where sanitation gave me a ticket while I'm sitting in the car, just like this. And when I get out the car to go ask him why he gave me a ticket, because he looked me right in my face when he put the ticket on the windshield. When I get out the car to go ask him why he put the ticket on, he drives off. He didn't even get the other car's tickets. This is how crazy this shit is. Like, they don't want you. See, I'm a person, I don't use like bank accounts and shit like that, so they can't really determine what I have. You see what I'm saying? So they're gonna try anything to try to get into my finances and figure out what I have. See, like her, I can't be like that. No offense to her, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, she's going through it. You know what I'm saying? She's going through it, and she really don't have the motivation. She don't have the motivation to really, you know what I'm saying? I could tell she done lost it all, you know what I'm saying? I could just tell by the way she's acting. You know what I'm saying? I was at that point. You know what I'm saying? I done told somebody, I said, I'm not gonna be like this. I said, I'm not like that. I'm not giving up. You know what I'm saying? I haven't asked nobody for donations. You know what I'm saying? I wish I can. You know what I'm saying? But I can't see myself. I'm a creator. I know how to create things. I mean, they used to, when I first bought my vehicle, I tell you, no lie, I bought the vehicle, I parked it, because I bought the vehicle used. I know how to fix vehicles. So I bought the vehicle used. It wasn't driving at that time. So I had to wait until parts come to fix it. I didn't even have to call. It could still move, but I didn't want to move it. So they have alternate side parking. So I would come out when the vehicle have to be moved before they could come and give me a ticket. So I left it there. I come back later on that night to go look at the vehicle. My vehicle gone. I'm like, well, what the hell? They said the police towed the vehicle. I go to the precinct, go ask about the vehicle. They were saying they don't know what place this is. They gave me a number to a towing place. So I go to the place to go get my vehicle. This how I know it was some funny shit, because the guy just said, just give me $50, and they first they was trying to see if I had the money to get the vehicle out, pretty much. Because if you blocking somebody's finances, you know what I'm saying? Because that's when they got me out the job. I was working for a security company. Once I bought the vehicle, the supervisor said something to me. I said she was acting like a child. Next thing I know, she told the supervisor I called her mentally ill. They let me go for some weird shit. This is why I say this shit is so weird. You be sitting here like, huh? So the when he told me just give him $50 and I could have the vehicle back, I said that was funny. Then when I get the vehicle out, they said, oh, can you drive it? They didn't think it could drive. You know what I'm saying? But the vehicle could drive. I just wasn't trying to move it until I fix it. But I know they came into my vehicle because the driver's side door wasn't closed all the way. So I'm like, maybe they put something in my vehicle, like something to track me or something. So that's when I said they started doing mad. Watch, you're gonna start seeing me post up some strange ass videos. I be having people run across the street. The light would be green. Somebody will run across the street for me to hit them. This is how bad they don't want me driving. Like, I would come out of out the supermarket parking lot, and somebody would just walk into the car. Like, yeah, when I tell you, it'd be so much. Somebody hit my car in the driveway where I live at. Don't even live there. And this is why I say how God always worked for me. Like, somebody, they forced me out of my other job. I was working for the city, and I was working for a warehouse. I had 2 jobs. I was working warehouse overnight and working for the city in the daytime. This is after they got me out of all got me out of everything, my jobs, everything out. That's when I was homeless. You know what I'm saying? I found the city job, and then I wound up working for a warehouse overnight. I went into a shelter. I took that time to take the advantage to go to the shelter, because at the end of the day, I wouldn't be there, because I'm working 2 jobs. So I wouldn't have to be in the shelter. Within 6 months, I already got my voucher to get an apartment. I already had a place that I was looking at. I went to go sign. I was about to sign the lease for the studio apartment I was going to take. By the time that was about to happen, all of a sudden, my city job called me talking about I gotta go through the union to get my job back, because now I gotta do something about my background and all that. Mind you, I had to pay a $88 fee to do a background check before I even got hired. So I had to pay them for a background check. They called me, tell me my background came back good. I'm hired. Then on top of that, see, I haven't really worked. I always had my own thing going on. I only had my business. You know what I'm saying? So I haven't really worked a 9 to 5 until the pandemic started, because that's when my business shut down and everything was messed up for me. So I already seen the advantages of what they was doing. Listen, when you're a person that knows shit, See, when you work in certain jobs, certain people, they're not going to try to make you get into the union because they're going to try anything and force any type of thing to get you to quit. Because once you're in a union, automatically, they can't just let you go. So they had to find some type of excuse to let me go. Then I go to my job overnight. I had took a week off for the COVID relief thing so I could get the week pay. Then they tell me that I didn't give in the right paperwork. They have to let me go. I was like, that don't even sound right. I wound up getting a union involved. Then I go for the union meeting. They call me, tell me don't come back, don't come because they don't want me to come back to work. I'm like, that don't even sound right. This is how I say they do so much stuff. My city job, I don't even know what happened. I done got the union involved. Nothing ever even happened with that. So I couldn't even sign my lease. So I wound up getting another job. And then I wound up at that job. It was a warehouse. I wound up getting a job in the warehouse with the third party company as a fire guard. So I'm doing them warehouse and then I'm doing fire guard after I leave from there, right? Next thing I know, they clocking that's how they do. They clock your money. So all of a sudden, the manager for the warehouse job pulled me to the side and said, "Oh, I heard you doing the fire guard. You can't work both jobs. It's a conflict of interest." I said, "How is it a conflict of interest if I'm working when I'm off the clock? I'm not even working on the clock, and on top of that, they have me at another warehouse. They only have me here one day. So that means somebody must have told them that I was working there, right?" So she said she spoke to corporate and they told me I can't do both. Corporate never sat down with me. So I called the guy that hired me for the fire guard. He never answered me not one time. Next thing I know, I'm off the schedule instantly, right? Then they tried to overwork me at the warehouse job to the point where I dislocated my arm. I wound up going out on workers' comp. That's why I say how God works in mysterious ways for me. So I wound up going out on workers' comp to the point where now I'm getting paid for free. I know they was mad, but at the end of the day, they brought that on themselves. So I wound up getting a security job behind that. Now with the CIA talk, how the guy just said the CIA, they be telling they mind read and all that. I was working security at a shelter, right? And this how I said this what they do to people that's being targeted, right? They try to make chaos wherever you go. So every time I would work, I was working overnight, right? So every time I would go to work, it's always a fight. It was like I was working a jail or something. So it was one day this guy was in there, and I had switched with one of the co-workers. So where I was at, he was there, and one of the guys that stayed in the shelter came down and started beating up the co-worker, right? And I go over there to stop it, and he was like, he should do it to me too, because the FBI and CIA been telling him to do stuff to me in his head. So I was like, what? I was like, well, you could have been, I was like, you didn't have to stop swinging, you know, but when he said the FBI and CIA is telling him to do stuff to me in his head, and just hearing this on the news, you know, that shit, it gotta be some shit connected to that. You know, like I said, I don't know how this shit is being controlled or whatever. Then somebody said something about some shit called CERN. I don't know what that is. I gotta look that up. Somebody was like, did anything change around me since they cut off the CERN? I'm like, I don't know what that means. But so far, like I said, I get racial slurs. They even had I was waiting for the train one time, and I was leaned up on the chair platform, the chairs on the platform. I'm leaned up on the back of it, and this white lady comes sit down, and the next thing I know, it was two officers walking by, and she just pushed herself to the floor and looked at me and said, "Why did you push me?" I was like, "What?" Yo, when I tell you, they would do whatever they can to get you. I'm telling you, I done been through so much. This is the reason why I had to start recording, because they will try to frame you just so you can stay quiet, man. See, like I said, she's not speaking up like how I would. They know I would have a lot of people behind me the way I trust me. Like I said, I could tell she's like, I pray things happen right for her. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel for her. You know what I'm saying? I already know if she's really going through this like she says she is, I feel for her, man. You know what I'm saying? But I know they be having a lot of people on here like actors acting like, because if they can orchestrate a lot of shit around me, I already know they will have people on YouTube doing the same thing. But I definitely hope if she really go through this, things go right for her. Yeah, I mean, if that's her city, the cops harass her all the time. She's scared to death. She's lost and scared. I mean, just by the way she's speaking, I could tell she's lost. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I could tell she, you know what I'm saying? She's going through it. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I'm a person that think quick on my feet. You know what I'm saying? You could give me a little bit and I can make something happen. That's why they be mad, because I know how to make something happen with what I get. A little bit. You know what I'm saying? And I can make that shit, I can make something happen. Now if I had a team, it would be unstoppable. Oh man. But me for Dolo, you know how that should be having people feel like, for a person you blocking doing so much to block somebody, and then he could still make stuff happen, and you trying to figure out now they having friends that I haven't seen since I've been being attacked. They just said they kill people that people won't even care about no more. So that means everybody that was around me didn't give a fuck about me no more. You see what I'm saying? So why should I should be the same way towards them. When my friend, when she told me she always knew I was a fighter, she said, "I always knew you was a fighter. I just never knew." She said, "I knew you would defend some shit. You was the person that always defends some shit, and you was a fighter." She said, "You just wasn't loud with your shit." Right? And that's what made me know she knows what I'm going through. You see what I'm saying? Because for her to say she always knew I was a fighter. Because for me to go through this for 8 years straight, 24/7, you gotta be a fighter. I thrive in shit like this. I know how to use this to my advantage. You know what I'm saying? I capitalize off of what they do to me. So I like when they do this to me, because it's giving me more fuel to the fire. They think they doing something to me, when in reality it's benefiting me right now. She in New Orleans, I'm in New York City. trust and believe I want to leave from here. I feel like I'm in the Truman Show where they trying to keep me. This how I know I'm gonna tell y'all how they mind read too, like, and they be having these people all over the place. So one day I was sitting in my car and I was cleaning it out, and I was by a hydrant, parked by a hydrant, right? And I seen a spot open across the street from where I was at. I was like, oh shit. I said, let me go get that parking spot right there real quick. As soon as I said that and about to start the car up, somebody pulls up on the side of me and was like, oh, you leaving? I said, yeah. I said, but this is a hydrant right here. He was like, oh, okay. And then he pulled off and went to the spot of where I was about to park at, right? So block me in so I won't get there. This is how they do shit to me. You know what I'm saying? They know I like to smoke marijuana. You know what I'm saying? So they'll try to do things to the marijuana, or if I stop and I don't smoke, they'll have people walk around me and smoke it to the point where they want you to smell it. It's like an advertisement. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have willpower. That's why I said if her targeting is real bad, that means she gotta worry about her food. She gotta worry about a lot of shit. If she's saying people is trying to sacrifice her, she gotta worry about so much other shit. You gotta worry about who's making your food. You gotta worry about your whole surroundings. You know what I'm saying? Cause it seemed like everybody's trying to get anytime I figure something out, like what's going on around me, I'll have somebody out of nowhere well, like I said, I have so much. When I hopefully I could build a relationship with the people that be coming on my live. I build a relationship with y'all. Y'all be able to. I'm gonna start posting up videos. You see what I deal with, like down to everything with police situations and all that. Like I'll be having so much different videos. It's ridiculous. Oh yeah, I saw it.
Yeah. Shucks.
Oh, she live right now.
Yeah, and that's a Volkswagen. Put the lights back at 34. And they're still stalking and harassing. They're harassing me with fake Masonic 33 likes. They're playing games.
Then she said something about Masonic, Masons. That's another thing I'm gonna get into too. Cause I mean, she really.
Now they lowered it back to 32. Put it back at 34.
See, I don't know nothing about all that. But I did have somebody tell me. I've been seeing certain things with them symbols. Like I got video of somebody stalking me with a symbol of Mason symbol.
Yeah, they illegally blocking me from talking to people. See, they quickly put the lights at 36 and then lowered it down to 34. Put it back at 36. Now they're harassing me with fake Masonic 33 again. That's fake Damnesia doing this.
What?
They won't put the lights back at 36.
See, I don't know nothing
I'm
about all that.
screenshotting. Get out! You're not exposing. You're sick. Leave me alone. You don't have permission. You don't have my permission. Get out. Leave me alone. You better leave me the fuck alone. That's the black car had one headlight out. I didn't get to flip the camera quick enough. I did. I think it's twice this summer so far. The perps, they're mad and they don't want me swimming. I thought it was gonna rain today, but I don't think it rained today. They said it was going to. I'm screenshotting y'all crimes. Put the lights back at 5. They try to put 30 views and 4 likes to try to spell out the word hoe. Thank you. Yeah, and the abusive fake foster mom didn't want me swimming. My perp twin sister and other perp biological family members, they don't want me swimming. Put the lights back at 5.
Oh, she demanding, boy. Yeah. See, I don't know. Some people, I don't know. I be thinking some of these people be doing this for clout, man. I don't even know, man.
Yeah. So how y'all been?
There be a lot of good actors, man. The city is wicked. They scripting the scenes. Niggas be acting, ain't nothing what a scene. I cut the fake off, I move like a beam. Laser precision and cutting through steam.
Now they put it back at 6. Oh, good. There's a lot of things I need to do that I feel overwhelmed. Get out! Get out! Oh, wow, really? Hold up.
See, now
I mean, in the beginning,
starting it off
thought
like that.
everybody claimed to be a targeted individual
Starting it off like that, son.
was real. I didn't realize there was a such thing as fake targeted individuals. Yeah, they definitely are. Associated with George Orwell's 1984. Get out! Leave me alone!
That's funny. That's funny she said that just now. She just said associated with George Orwell's 1984. Now, that city job I was working at, the guy I was talking to, that was the first time I ever heard of George Orwell. He told me to read George Orwell. And he said something about big brothers watching you. That was the first time. And then when I read George Orwell, it was about him being smart and had the thought police after him and all that. So, yeah, so I see something. I don't know what she meant by that, but they be sending codes in certain ways. I don't know.
You stalkers need to leave me alone and mind your fucking business. You don't get to control me.
See? So I was saying you don't get to control me. That was all about controlling, and that was all about controlling people. And that's funny because that shelter that I was staying at, one of the workers used to always wear this sweater that said obey. Obey, and when you watch They Live, they talk about that stuff in the same movie. But for her to say, started off with this, like saying she sees there's some fake targets. Like, she got so much damn subscribers, she should be used to this by now. That don't even sound right.
Spread lies and abuse all day. And if y'all wouldn't be trafficking and stalking and murder.
Damn, see, she was just talking about. Oh, she cut it off. See, I don't know. I can't. See, I don't know. She was just saying too much. See, I don't know nothing about all that Masonic shit, but all that cold talking and all that, I don't know. She was doing a lot of cold talking, talking about fake people being targeted and all that. Like I said, they be having a lot of actors, man. People could really put on a show. mean, if she really gets good support like that, I just hope whatever she's going through is for real, though, you know? And she should be trying to find other ways.
Y'all are murdering me. They're harassing me and talking about me laying in bed begging while I'm sitting here trying to fight to get help out of a damn snowstorm. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? And they're still harassing me. Say, Donnell, take the bad numbers off. Now! Fuck!
See, I don't be acting. I'm not acting like that at all. See, these be the type. No offense to her. They're the type of people you can't really conversate with because they there with it now, man. Like.
Received even looking into whether Rush had any government accomplices. Two sources add that he had a romantic relationship with a woman who later became his supervisor at the CIA. His lawyer, the CIA, and the FBI all denying a request for comment. NBC's Julie Ainsley has been all over this story from the beginning. Okay, walk us through this here about some of these new details. Where could some of this money have gone and the connections related to a previous supervisor at the CIA?
So, Tom, it's actually not unusual, though it sounds kind of wild, that the CIA, that someone in his position at the CIA would request things like gold bars or Rolex watches or something that could be used to pay people around.
It's just funny how so much
Former CIA Director John.
So much CIA talking, then.
At the end of the Korean War, a number of freed American POWs came home seemingly brainwashed and espousing communist propaganda. American officials suspected that the soldiers had been subjected to what they thought were new communist mind control techniques. Alarmed by the situation, the newly formed CIA allocated $25 million for psychiatric experiments on human beings.
It was the most secret
$25
program ever conducted by the CIA in the United States.
Every big kid deserves a snack.
No harsh side effects.
In the early days of the Cold War, the CIA ordered the creation of a secret program intended to find ways of mind control. They funded an army of psychiatric institutions across the United States and Canada to perform experiments on unsuspecting patients.
We'll come back and do another one sometime soon. But start looking out for some videos, because I'm going to start posting some videos to show you what I'll be talking about. Alright, y'all.